To start, this is the entry door, and my bath towel is hung up behind it. And then when we face to the left, you can see my mini art wall. These are just pieces of art that I drew or received as a gift or I bought somewhere. This first one, I don't even know if I can show it, but yeah, it's an illustration. And then this next one is the floating castle in Sword Art Online. I painted this back in first year college when I was first introduced into anime. And then this is from my dad. This is from my sister for my 20th birthday. She gifted it to me. This one I bought from an art fair back in college. And then this one is a sketch I drew of my birth flower. This is just a Monstera watercolor. And then these four I painted because I want to be able to visit them in the future. So this is the windmills in Holland, the Empire State Building in New York City, the Parthenon in Greece, and the Sky Tree in Tokyo. This is a watercolor I painted of my favorite lesson in earth science, the phases of the moon. And lastly, this is a poster from the BTS Love Yourself album. Moving further to the left is the door to the balcony. This is a mirror I bought off of Instagram. It didn't really look nice with just the command hook, so I decorated it with this cute little bouquet of dried flowers from our cousins that was gifted to my sister, but I asked her if I could keep it. And then we have my lovely guitar that I use more often now because I'm just at home all the time. This wall has a window, but instead of curtains I used this tapestry that I bought off of Shopee. And then I hung up my whiteboard that I don't really write on. This is the study table, which isn't mine. This is my cousin's. This was her study table back in the dorms, but since everything is home-based now, she went back home to the province. So in the meantime, it's here in my room. So on the table, these are my writing materials that I use on a daily basis. Here are the things I use every day: my laptop, journal, calculator. This chair is from Shopee. Again, thank you Shopee, not sponsored. It's relatively cheaper than other computer chairs, but it does the job. And then underneath the table are my papers. This wooden organizer is from Shopee, and it houses my current handouts and also my extra writing materials. I have supplies in case I run out. To the left is my rack that again I bought from Shopee. So it houses all my products, personal products that I use. On the top tier are all my skincare products for the face and body. And then on the second tier, let me just remove my iPad. These are products for the hair. I also have fake nails in there and wipes. And then on the last tier, the very bottom, are just empty travel bags. Let's just imagine that there is an irregular shaped mirror on here. I am planning on it, but I don't have the budget for it right now. This deer hook I bought from Shopee. And then this is where I hang my rings and earrings, and underneath is a necklace rack that I'm very proud of. I made this myself from an old piece of cabinet, and then I just screwed on some tiny hooks and then slapped it on the wall, and this is where I put all my necklaces and bracelets, and I think it looks really nice.
All the things she kept inside.
This wall has a big window, so I used this beautifully patterned curtain to cover it. And please excuse my very poor painting skills. This room was actually green before. Then my cousins and my sister helped me paint this room white and black. And I think it just looks so much better. Let me just zoom in a little on that vision board I have of Japan because I want to go to Japan. So this is my bed space. This bed is also from our dorm, but unlike the study table, this bed is here for good. This huge print on fabric is again from Shopee, and I put it here because even though this black is a statement wall, I felt like it was kind of plain. And also when we have guests over, this is where they sleep, because underneath here is another pull-out bed. Last but not the least, this wall. These shelves I bought off of Facebook Marketplace. I don't know how or why I did it. It was so risky, but I was very fortunate that the sellers weren't scammers. They even replaced a defective part of the shelf, which was really nice. On the bottom is where all my accounting books are, separated by board exam subject. And in the middle is another beautiful bouquet of dried flowers, again from our cousins. From here on, these are just random things. This is a wireless keyboard and mouse. The second book of the Game of Thrones series. I put it on display, I don't know why. These are dried flowers that I dried myself actually. These are flowers I received on Valentine's Day from my sister and my dad. This is a bag from Coco and Fifi. This is my mini area for art supplies. This is a sketchbook and pencils that my boyfriend gave me years ago. This is my palette and watercolor. And then beside it are my watercolor pencils and brushes. This bag has cute little stars in it, so I decided to display it here. And then beside it is my box of memories, which has pictures and letters that I received in the past. This is a thick book of Sherlock Holmes from my sister, and this is a mythology book from my mom. This is just a random candle. And these are my essential oils: tea tree, citronella, lavender, rose, but I don't really use them that much anymore. I use these syringes to water my plants. It may look scary, but these are really just to water my plants. I used to light these tea candles in the burner with the essential oils on top, but I read somewhere online that these candles contain paraffin, which can be toxic, so I don't light them up anymore. This is an old box of Beats headphones, but I reused it as a container for my kalimba. Then up here are Genshin standees that my boyfriend gifted to me. I don't really play Genshin anymore, but I still am a fan of their game. So this is Noelle, Paimon, Visho, Barbara, my healer, and Kui, which I never pulled, but my boyfriend knew I wanted her, so at least I have her standee. This area is for my tech stuff, so this is my old DSLR camera. This pouch is for the camera charger, small tripod, SD cards. This is a mini projector, and this pouch is for all my other wires, earphones, AirPods, power banks, things like that. This is just an empty shelf which used to have some plants, but my sister confiscated them and left me with these unkillable ones because I have a black thumb. So for now, these are the only plants I have in my room. They're thriving, so I think my sister should give me back my plants. If you're wondering where my clothes are, between my sister's room and mine we have a common area which is kind of like a living room, but we don't really hang out in there. So instead we made it into kind of like a walk-in closet so we can have more space in our own rooms. And that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my room tour. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!